Hello and welcome to Whiskey Resource. My name is Mark. This is review number 136 and I'm kicking off the festive season with my first review of a new bottle. It's this one here. You've probably seen it there on Master of Malt. You probably know people that bought it. It's this. It's the chocolate cake, dark chocolate, Medjool dates and cinnamon. It is a Masters of Malt product, or rather Atom supplies product. Atom own Masters of Malt. So this is a 8-year-old Speyside unspecified distillery. It comes well presented on the back of the label there. It has the words non-chill filtered. Yep, just about there, non-chill filtered, and it is 48% ABV. There is no mention of the colour. It is quite dark, but as you can appreciate from the labelling there, it is a sherry influenced whiskey. Now they don't say on the bottle whether or not it is wholly sherry matured or whether it's sherry finished. If you look on their website, they just make mention of the fact that it has that sherry character. No specifics there as to maturation, but that's not a problem because that's what it pretty much tastes like. We'll come to that in a minute. So Masters of Malt, it retails for £39.95. As I say, it is an 8-year-old. It is non-chill filtered. Don't know about the colour. So for a value score, it gets an impressive 95.01 as an average value score out of 100, which is a very decent score indeed. It certainly straight away suggests that it's one to maybe consider. So which distillery has produced this particular whiskey? Now they don't really give any clues. Sometimes Master of Malt drop little clues here and there as to where things come from, but there isn't anything I could see. There's nothing on the bottle to indicate where it comes from. Maybe there's some sort of clue hidden away in there, secret maybe within the name. Don't know. I have to look into that. I have tried this. I've had it for a couple of nights running, then I left it a little while, then I had another one, and I've got my idea as to who it could be. Now I haven't tried every distillery within Speyside. I certainly haven't tried every sherry influenced whiskey or distillery from Speyside, but I've tried enough to get a general thought. And when I first nosed this, what immediately came to mind was this, the Glenfarclas 105. It's got a very similar nose to that. The flavour profile does vary a little bit. I do suspect there is a little bit of ex-bourbon cask has gone into this, but in the whole it's sherry. So on the nose you're getting those typical notes of a dank, moist, earthy Dunwich warehouse. Undoubtedly sherry with the rich fruits and the Christmas cake. It's a bit bitey on the nose. You can notice the alcohol, the 48% jumping out at you. But it's not as overly powering as the 105. It's 60% on the nose. So it actually presents itself probably better than the 105 on the nose. I have tried this with and without water, and for my palate I don't think it needs the water. I think they hit the 48% spot on. On the palate, well, you're getting orange peel, like orange concentrate that you would put into cooking. There's a bit of dark chocolate there. There's a nice syrupy texture. There's those dark fruits. We're talking about alcohol drenched, sherry drenched dark fruits that are ready to go into the Christmas cake. There's a bit of cherry going on there. There's a little bit of coffee, caramel, wood oak. There's a bit of wood spice as well. Maybe a bit of charred wood going on in there as well. bitter finish with a tiny bit of that baby sick, that kind of off milk lingering a bit there. But it is really, really nice. And for $39.95, I don't know how long they plan on keeping this bottle around for, whether or not they're going to have it as just a Christmas bottle and once stocks are sold, that's it, or whether or not this is going to be an ongoing thing. But I'm tempted to pick up a second bottle of this, because for the price of it, this is a 1 litre 105, but for the price of it, I think this matches the 105. It's actually probably better than the 105 for flavour, which is a bit disappointing for Glenfarclas, really, unless of course they are the producer of this. But it's more affordable than the 105. It's 48%, so it's a lesser ABV, so for those people who prefer their whiskies a bit stronger, maybe it isn't for you, but for those people who would buy a 105 and to dilute it down to 48, maybe it's for you. Obviously you've got to look at the price of the bottle of 105 and then the dilution down to 48%, make your bottle go a bit further than this would. But certainly, what I'm trying to say is, if you like the 105, you're going to like this. In terms of hitting a sherry bomb, I suspect, thinking about it, this has been sherry finished. There is probably a bit of sherry maturation in there, full on sherry maturation, but I suspect there is some sherry finishing in the mix, as well as some ex-bourbon. It has a well-rounded flavour profile. It isn't an in-your-face, all-out sherry bomb. It is very nice. It's a great Christmas drink. I don't really need to look for any other Christmas-specific drink to share with family over the festive period when they come over. This will do the job. I'll give you a bottom shot there, the label, which tells you a little bit more detail about it. And of course you've got the festive holly on there as well. And that's it. If you've tried this, I'd love to hear your thoughts as to what you think of it, as well as your guess as to which distillery you think has produced it. It would be interesting to know if anybody has a bit more of insight into which one it is. But that's it. That's definitely one to buy. Laters.